Welcome back, my beautiful friends. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. I'm your host, Zen Sams. In our Business and Buzz segment today, we are featuring Brett Berish, President and CEO of Sovereign Brands, a family owned international wine and spirits company headquartered right here in New York City, which sells its portfolio of products in more than 100 countries globally. Today, we are chatting digital marketing, also called online marketing, which is the promotion of brands to connect with potential customers using the internet and other forms of digital communication. And when you think of digital marketing, some forms may come to mind that are basic: search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO, pay-per-click, otherwise known as PPC, social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing, mobile marketing, marketing analytics, and affiliate marketing. That's a lot of marketing. Now, Brett and his company have developed some of the world's hottest brands, including the smash hit Luc Bellerin of French sparkling wines, which has earned global acclaim for its exquisite taste and very striking package, and is the fastest growing French sparkling wine in the world. Now, Sovereign's portfolio also includes Bumbu, a craft rum from Barbados that ranks amongst the world's most critically acclaimed rums and is already the best-selling brand in the US premium rum category, as well as McQueen and the Violet Fog, a small batch gin from Brazil, which was awarded a 93-point score by wine enthusiasts. Now, Sovereign's newest release, Villon, is revolutionizing the cognac liqueur category. And Brett has been profiled by Forbes, Crain's Chicago's Business, and Market Watch, recognized by Goldman Sachs as one of the 100 most intriguing entrepreneurs at the Goldman Sachs Builders Plus Innovator Summit. He's also been invited to speak on popular radio shows, including The Breakfast Club, right here on our platform. And he is the perfect candidate for commentary on digital advertising and where brands are headed in this digital process. Welcome to the show, superstar.
Oh, God, I love that intro. I felt so special. I never feel special.
You are special. You are so special. So, Brett, walk me through Sovereign Brands' vision.
uh, Zen, it's been the same for 22 years. My goal is to create brands and categories I drink that are better than the competition. That's my goal. And what better means is from the liquid's most important, but the packaging, the look and feel, the identity, the branding. My goal is to make something iconic that'll live forever. And that's what a great brand can become.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, when you look at overall, right, and you look at the market, more and more celebrities, and you do this very well, more and more celebrities are cheering the launch of really their own kind of boozy spirit brands. And, you know, this includes from the Kendall Jenners of the world with her 818 tequila. You have Dwayne The Rock Johnson and his Terramana tequila. You have Matthew McConaughey and his Wild Turkey Long Branch bourbon, right? So I really commend you for being able to not only have these brands that are just really very well positioned in the market, but then you back it up with celebrities and with influencers. And then that's just the perfect creation when you talk about influencer marketing. Talk to me about how you have been so ahead of the curve when it comes to combining social media marketing and these brands.
Well, I think first it comes down to I'm not trying to find celebrities or influencers to work with. To me, it's all about the brand. So I didn't enter the industry or the space to, boy, if I could just find the right celebrity to back this, it's going to be huge. Like ultimately, my goal is the product. If the product tastes great, it's going to win. That's my goal. Everything else that's come about, and if in using the word influencer marketing, the way I look at it is it's a long-term proposition. I'm not smart enough to know who can make my brand successful. However, I do know I enjoy working with people who I really like, who love what I'm doing, who are passionate for my industry, who have passion for my space, who I've built a relationship with over time. And you know what? If we see it eye to eye and there's something we can do together, great, let's do it. So to me, I call it's organic. It's very much organic. I'm I'm not backing into it, looking at somebody's numbers and saying, Jesus, this guy's really hot or this girl's really hot. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is they love what we're doing. They love my product. And can we find a way to work together where they win and we win?
And you said it, organic. It's organic. When people are passionate about what they are promoting, when you have by default, you really have these influencers that do back your products. And even if you haven't gone seeking them, they have come to you because of the product that you put out, because of the marketing and the branding that ensues, all of your products. Your global sales and marketing organizations ensures each of your brands gets the support it needs, because I've seen it happen to grow and thrive. You have offices in New York and Chicago and London and Dublin, and this really supports the efforts of your sales team. And today, Sovereign Brands products can be found for that reason in more than 100 countries, and you continue to grow and introduce these brands into new markets, essentially around the world, and you're constantly developing these new exciting products. But not everybody, Brett, is doing that, and not everybody can do that, and that takes a village. So you have managed to do it in a very organic and seamless way, and really influencer marketing just came knocking on your door.
It's the way you just described it. I completely agree in the sense of it does take a village, and the key to that is not assuming who is part of the village. I go where to me it's like an artist finding his fans. Where are your fans? And support your fans. If it's somebody in Washington D.C. who's promoting and drinking your product and supporting you, support them. If it's happening in Dublin, in Ireland, support them. If it's happening in Dubai, support them. So I very much, it sounds strange, but I have this philosophy of letting brands breathe. Just go where people like it and build off them, work with them to build around them, and it'll start building itself. And that's how it's worked for every one of my brands. They're all different. They're like kids. They're all different. They're all unique. They're all the same DNA, but they grow up differently, and you got to figure out what works and what doesn't.
Exactly. And what really does work though in this day and age, when you look at social media and where things are at, and the power of being able to share your product via a simple click because somebody found it profoundly tasteful, or it was a really cool thing to be part of. Influencers are viewed as third parties with no vested interest in promoting the brand, really. And this is the reason why 63% of consumers trust what influencers and or these celebrities on social media have to say about the brands more than what the brands say about themselves. To your point, let the brand breathe. And so inadvertently, we have the rise of influencer marketing, and that's expected to become a $23 billion industry by the year 2024. And one of the most common questions asked by these small businesses is, do we need a huge budget to do influencer marketing? Because right away they see celebrities attaching themselves and then they think they have to pay for that. And to a certain extent, it may be true. But what you've managed to do very organically is that these influencers and musicians and celebrities and all the people that you're working with naturally are drawn to Sovereign Brands and the product that you put out there, that for you, it's essentially free marketing.
But I think what we're missing is at the end of the day, is the product good?
Yeah.
Is the product exceptional? Does it speak? Does it have the legs? It's almost like, and I was thinking about this recently, Zen, it's like Netflix. When you hear about a great show, it's not because someone's advertising the show. It's because you heard it from a friend, Succession or whatever it might be. Like someone talked about it and heard it, and therefore it gets in your psyche. That's what I'm building. Is I'm not smart enough to know who the next influencer is who's going to make the brand. However, if there's enough people talking about it and making it special, it'll build upon itself. So at the end, it's always about the brand. Is the brand good enough? Is it good? Is it great? Is it get talk value based on what's inside the bottle? Because you can't, if it's crap, you can't promote it. It doesn't matter. They're never going to come back again.
Exactly. And people are very, very opinionated these days. I mean, one wrong move, if your product doesn't fit the standards of the competitors, and like you said, your history, right? You're just as good as the last product you put out there. And having the backing and having so much exposure on social media even puts you more at peril, so to speak, because to your point, if you don't have something good and that product isn't really, sustaining the criticism, so to speak, then at the end you have nothing. So when you look at influencer marketing as a digital marketing method, you have to, of course, like you said, make sure you have a good product. But when you promote a brand or products by partnering with, powerful personalities or bloggers, and you're leveraging the influence that these personalities have over their followers to reach your social media marketing goals in an organic way, that's where it's at right now, that digital advertising agencies are looking to infiltrate and penetrate. So
Oh,
we are predicting, and listen to this, Brett, that influencer marketing spending is now predicted to pass 3 billion in the US and nearly 14 billion worldwide this year, because customer engagement can be 8 to 10 times higher when the content is a creator's sponsored post on behalf of a brand rather than just a random ad from the brand itself.
100%. It's as simple as saying, boy, if you gave 10 friends sent them a bottle of Bel Air, that has more impact than if I sent your same 10 friends a bottle of Bel Air on my behalf. It means more if it's coming from you. Or if you look at my social media following, take my two big brands, Bel Air and Bamboo. On Bamboo, I have more followers than Captain Morgan and Bacardi. It makes no sense. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars in advertising and I spend none, yet I have more followers. So what that does for me when I'm not advertising, it tells me I'm connecting with the consumer. There's something I'm doing. I don't know exactly what the Midas touch is, but there's collectively what I'm doing is working, where I'm connecting with the consumer. Bel Air too. We have more followers than Vouv, than Smirnoff, than Patron, than Grey Goose, than Tito's. I'm doing something right where that collection is working, and it's a real connection with the consumer because we matter to them. That's what's powerful.
And that's how I met you, right? And I'm going to big shout out there to NPR Richie Rich. Big shout out there, brother. Thanks for the connection. But when I came to Sovereign Brands in New York City and I looked around, I realized very quickly that, you had one major power in your hand. One of the major reasons why influencer marketing is so effective is because the content is produced by influencers, and that's perceived to be more authentic, right, than what you're creating. And you have all of them doing it willingly, kind of, promoting the liquors that they're behind, promoting the brands that they stand behind. And when these influencers get up there and give you a shout out, you have all of their following that just ensues. So you're riding that wave and you're positioned in a great place, but you really don't stop working. You're everywhere, Brett.
No, but at the same time, we're supporting them. We're
Yes.
supporting them in different ways, whether it's shooting their content, whether it's creating videos for them, whether it's introduction and collabs on music, whether it's collaborating on our materials, because our brands to me are part of culture. They're part of fashion. It's part of it. To me, my brands are couture. So I want to mix their branding with mine, and both sides benefit. And that's where it gets back to, a lot of people think you gotta, there's one class or one person or one somebody that you want to work with. I look at it as just the opposite. I want to work with lots of different people, because that's what my brand represents, is lots of different people and lots of different ideas coming together.
Yeah, and you listen, this is why you are the CEO of Sovereign Brands. We are out of time. It was such a great segment, and I love chatting with you because you're so full of insight, and what you've built is pretty incredible. And I take my hat off to you, brother. Good job.
Keep drinking. That's all I can say.
And I love that. Keep drinking. Guys, you definitely have to check out Brett Berish. He has his own website. Pretty cool. BrettBerish.com with 2 T's. You can check him out on the gram at Brett Berish CEO, and definitely check out their amazing, amazing line of liqueurs at Sovereign Brands. That was our Business and Buzz segment brought to you by Revere Securities. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. We'll be right back after this.